Boys, we're going. Tyler Peddle, how are you, sir?
I'm good. You?
Well, I'm doing well. Hold the mic a little bit closer. There you go. You nailed it. You're doing it. How's the summer going?
It's good. Yeah, I mean, it's nice being back home for a bit. I mean, getting out of Quebec for a little bit is it's kind of mandatory. So like, you can only be up there for so long. So it's been good. I mean, I've been back and forth a lot, but I'm home for a bit now. So it's nice.
How's the skate? Like when we were out there looking at you, there was like how many guys? 7 guys out there?
It just depends on the day. Like we have a little group chat, just who wants to go out, and I basically just post time every day, and guys go out, and I'm always out there. So
are you the leader of the ice time?
Yeah, basically. Like I just try to get out when I can. I mean, if no one wants to go, I'm not gonna complain because I like ice myself too. So it's whatever. But no, we get out every day. It's pretty good. So, but with all these camps going on, like. It's tough to find times. Like we got on 7 a.m. this morning. That's a 6 a.m. wake up. That's tough. Lacing up feels like I'm back in Pee Wee. So.
Oh no! Is the other rink open?
No, they closed the arena. I think I don't know, like maybe May. Like yeah, they closed it up quick. Like
okay.
once like Junior B's done and all that, like they're done.
It's over.
Yeah.
So you only got one ice surface in Antigonish right now.
Just the Ox, not even the main. The main's for all like the ceremonies and stuff. So. What can you do?
Whatever, you got to make it work. You're making it work.
What can you do, right? Yeah, it's whatever.
So is this the most exciting time of your life right now, or no?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, but I'd say like now, like it's probably the best time. Like,
hold it a little bit closer, sorry.
Like it's probably the best time right now. Like kind of after all the stress, like the whole year's just been a whole stress fest. It's been like so brutal, so many like ups and downs. And now that it's done, it's like I just feel so relaxed. So it's nice.
In sense of what? Of ups and downs? Like the league? Like not knowing if you'll get drafted? Like what?
The league, the like pressure of us, the team losing a lot. We were like struggling as a team. And then we had a lot of instability in like our management, like just kind of like with coaching changes and the GM left. And it was tough. So there was a lot of like downs for the team. But like it's going to help us for the long run. Yeah. So, but it was tough. And then putting that on, like kind of on myself with pressure of the draft too, not knowing what's going to happen. Like it was so stressful. So.
Yeah. It's a crucial time of a hockey player's age, like 18 to 20. We just had Daryl Young on the podcast, and he's like 18 to 20 is where you kind of have to not figure it out, but definitely make some decisions of whether or not you want to be a pro player or not.
Exactly.
It's definitely an interesting time moving forward. Is it nice having a guy up there like Woody, like a maritimer? And I know you hear horror stories of guys up in Quebec that go through these ups and downs like you're talking about, and you just don't really have anyone to like lean on. Yeah. Is it good to have buddies up there?
It's nice. I mean, Woody's been good. I've known Woody since I was 16.
Oh, have you?
Right? Yeah. Yeah, and I lived with him for a year, so I know Woody well, and we're good together. But there's also we're a very English team. Like we have a lot of Maritimers, a decent amount at least. And I think towards Christmas time, like the deadline, we lost a lot. I think some guys were unhappy where they were, but we still have a decent amount, and we have a really good group up there. So yeah, it's been good.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up in Antigonish? Like I just remember from coming here on tournaments, playing in the Bulldogs Arena, and it was just a really fun time. You guys know how to host a hospitality room. Yeah. You guys know how to throw a tournament. It's just it just seems like a hockey town, but then you get older and you realize it's a university town. Mm-hmm. What's it like coming up through the the rankings of hockey, being a young Pee Wee kid all the way to now? What's it like?
I mean, I couldn't ask for a better town to really grow up in. I loved it. I mean, that small town, like everyone, right? It's great. And I mean, even like you were saying, like the hospitality and tournaments, like my favorite part about the tournaments, like was just like the grilled cheeses. Like, not even gonna lie.
You guys get along great then, eh?
Yeah, just unreal up in the hospitality room. Like just kind of between intermission of games, like I just go out and have a couple and go back out on the ice. So. Yeah.
You guys do know how to have hospitality. The chili and the buns,
and like the little treats they get from the bakeries too. Like so good.
Someone's grandmother just giving you the treats for the hospitality rooms. Nothing better than that.
When someone's grandmother's whipping something up, it's it's gonna be good.
It's the real deal.
Oh, it's the real deal.
How did you ever find like competition an issue? Like I got to play against stronger guys because I know you went away to prep school.
Yeah, like you mean like kind of when I went away or just
just like as you're coming up here, like going to Shattuck's, like that's a decision. That's a big decision. You're going down to the States. Like how old were you or your parents, I guess, when you guys were like, okay, guys, maybe Tyler should leave to become a better player?
I was 14, 15. like it was kind of throughout my major bantam year that we kind of were like, making the decision towards some schools that I wanted to leave. I didn't want to kind of stay here for midget, and I just kind of wanted to get out of here and see where I could go and get some exposure. And that's kind of where it led to like kind of, hey, maybe like prep schools down in the States, like Shattuck's or something could be a possibility. And there were other schools I was looking at, but I think just kind of the name of Shattuck's, it really like drew me and my family in, and that was it was crazy. Such a good experience.
Who was your connection down there?
No one.
What?
No one. They I think, I forget if we reached out or if they reached out, but they never watched me play live. I never went and like toured anything. Sent them a couple clips. They sent me like a couple clips of the campus. And I was like, sweet, let's do this. Just all in on it.
In Major Bantam, you had 33 games played and 84 points.
Yeah.
That's a little cocky.
That's
a little too much. Maybe like 74 points would have been a little bit more humble. 84 points in 33 games.
Yeah.
That's like, so at what point was it, like Christmas, or was it like a year before you're like, okay, maybe I got to go down to Shattuck's, or I got to go down to the States? Because you're putting up those numbers and you're like, okay, I have the opportunity to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, was it around that Major Bantam year where you're like, I'm out of here?
Yeah, it was kind of like between the first year and second year, and it's not even because of like the points and stuff, but I felt like I just kind of wanted to go somewhere else. Like I knew after Major Bantam I wouldn't want to play midget kind of in this Nova Scotian league. I wanted to go out and play some prep school, so
okay,
that's kind of what led to it. Like, just kind of wanted to get some exposure. States would have been nice, and that's kind of when I didn't know if I was going to go college or Q. So it was good. Shack's was such a good spot for that because I got so much exposure with the colleges.
Oh,
yeah, that was like perfect, ideal.
Is that rule still in place, like the 24-hour rule with junior hockey?
Yeah, it's 48.
48
it's
hours.
48, and then you got to start paying.
Paying?
Yep, you got to start paying.
Per day?
Yep. That's what some kid in Drumville, he, I think there was a couple kids in Drumville that said like they're only staying for 48, and then they just left after.
Because they wanted to keep their eligibility.
Yep.
It's always been that way, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, and that's why I wasn't gonna commit to the Q unless I was 100%, because I wasn't going to camp for 48 hours. Like if I was going, I was going. So
yeah, gas is expensive. I'm not driving up there.
I know. Oh my gosh, it's like 11 hour drive. That's brutal. But no, like I had to kind of make a decision before I went. So
good stuff.
Yeah.
Did you have a question, dudes?
Nope.
Okay. Do you know when you're up at Q camp, essentially whether or not you're going to stay? Like, I know you have that 48-hour rule, but is there a point where it's like, okay, I think I could fit in here. I have a friend here. You hear about 16-year-olds playing up there. Mm-hmm. How old were you, 16 your first year?
I was, yeah.
You just hear, like, those stories. When did you feel comfortable?
It took a bit, honestly. Like, getting into it, like, you're a little 16-year-old. You got 20-year-olds at camp. There's just big boys, and you're just like, holy shit. Like, it's, but, like, and even, I'd say it just depends on the place, too. Like, even, like, you'd get more comfortable in, like, more of a maritime setting, I bet.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
Kind of like being English. Well, yeah, I mean, an English kid in an English setting probably kind of turned his head a bit more. But, like, me going up, like, didn't really know much about Drumville, and, like, just a French place. And I know zero French. So, and I still don't know much. Like the boys kind of taught me how to curse in French. That's about it.
That's all you need.
That's all you need, honestly. Like when you're on the ice, like just a couple tabernacles.
Show you care. Just show the boys you care.
Yeah.
Show the boys your respect.
I'm listening. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like it was tough at the start. Like it took some time for sure. Once I knew I was on the team and we're a couple games in, that's kind of when I like got more comfortable. Like towards like October.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and went up in August, so it took a bit.
How do you find the transition? They always say, like, when you have guys that, you know, put up 84 points in Major Bantam and they move on to the Q, and maybe at the first year they're not their, you know, top line guys, and maybe you're the bottom two line guy. How did you find that transition into that role? Because obviously it worked because you just got drafted. We'll get into that, but obviously you found your role pretty well.
Well, that's bound to happen. I mean, you go into you're playing in Major Bantam. If you're a bigger kid, it's like you're playing. Like that's what I feel like with Major Bantam, like, and even midget a bit too. Like it's like kids sprout earlier. Like, and I was an early sprouter. Like, you have an advantage, and I think once you get to the Q, it's like everyone's like matured. Everyone has matured, and it's like you're playing with men. Like, it's actually like it's a different step up. So I think the big thing with even like 16-year-olds coming to the league is like not getting in their head about scoring just because they ripped like maybe like 40 goals the year before. Like, it's just not how it's not gonna unless you're like like once in like a billion. Like that's not gonna happen. Yeah. Like it's tough. Like
who told you that though?
I found it out myself.
Okay, all right.
Like I had in my 16-year-old year, I had a stupid hot start. It was but like and that's something where it wasn't good for me, honestly, because I knew, like, I didn't know in the moment, but once I stopped, kind of went on little like droughts and slumps, like that affects me, that affected me because it was the first time it's ever happened, and like it's like you don't know how to handle it as a 16-year-old. So I think it's tough to learn, but it makes you better. It really does, because then when it comes down the road again, like when you're older in the league, like you know how to handle it.
Yeah, going into your 17-year-old year, you're like all right, let's go.
Same thing happened my 17-year-old year, and I knew how to handle it. Like you got to find other ways to be impactful. Like it's tough, but like if that's the main part of your game, that's when you got to find other parts that you can add.
And now you're just like looking for, like I asked Drake Batherson this question because he had a great year this year, and I'm like, if the season could start tomorrow, would you just say yes? And he's like 100%. I'm just itching to go. Do you feel the same 100%. way? Yeah, I just know you do. Look at you're like a little kid. He's like, I can't wait. I can't wait right now.
I'm so excited. Like I got my equipment manager sending me the new gear. We're getting it. I'm getting all antsy. Like I'm like, come on, man. Like send me some. Like begging him to send me some. It's no, I'm so excited to get going. Like it's even at the combine a bit ago, like a scout actually asked me. He's like, oh, like would you, like if you could start the season over, like if you could start a new season tomorrow, would you? I was like 100%, like no doubt. I just want to get going.
Yeah,
love it.
It's like as much as we have this conversation all the time, especially in the summers, because we're busy in the streaming and stuff in the winter. But like just sitting around waiting, it's the worst, because all this work and this excitement and this stuff is just right around the corner. You just, even though you do got to enjoy it, you got to enjoy it. We're just at the lake, like you got to sit there for a minute, you got to take it in, because it's gonna be busy, but man, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. Seeing results is fun.
Yeah, it's like it's tough if you really want to get going again, but at the same time, like you're not home that much. I'm not home that much. That's why I'm okay with like being home, the break and everything. I need it. I don't want it. I need it. Like, but
it's a good way to look at it. You don't want it, but you need it.
I need it, and it's good because I get to see all my friends, and I mean, I even get like chance to work on things that I didn't get to work on, like kind of during the season. So it's nice getting that off time and just getting that training in. So
we're here at the Hockey Nova Scotia. What's it called?
High performance program.
High performance program. I've asked that 20 times. You were in the high performance program as well.
Yeah.
What was your experience like, that being so close to home?
I loved it. I mean, the things we were talking about earlier, the dorms were tough. The dorms.
Everyone says that.
It was a microwave in there, but it was it was
shed some pounds, some water weight.
I did. I lost a lot of weight in there, but I loved it though, like the on ice stuff and just kind of like being in the hometown too. It was sick, so couldn't ask for much more really.
Did you get your buddies come and watch and stuff?
Sometimes. Like some of them aren't like as into hockey anymore, or like.
Well, back then.
I mean, I guess. Like, I don't think they came out of their way to watch. Like, maybe the games. The games they'd watch.
Yeah.
Those were always fun.
Yeah, there's a good amount of people at those games.
Yeah. No, those games were fun. Yeah, I remember my U14 year. I got, like, second shift of the game. Just cross-check the head. Out for the whole thing.
These games are insanely physical. Yeah, because here's my theory. Correct me if you think I'm wrong, but there's two groups of guys out there. There's guys that are highly skilled, and there's guys that aren't as highly skilled. And the guys that aren't as highly skilled need to make a name for themselves, so they play physical as hell against the guys that are skilled. That's what I think.
I agree 100%.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, like the kids who know, like they're a lock for that team. I mean, that's just kind of like cockiness, but at the same time, it's like they know they're a lock, that they're just gonna like kind of play their normal game. But there's kids who are working for it, and with not as much skill. I mean, but those kids you can tell those kids are more physical, and they're doing more to kind of get that chance. Like they're basically saying that play any role on that team. They do not care. They just
find a way.
They'll run kids over if it makes them win. Like,
it's fun to watch.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is.
Like in the middle of summer, you don't get that. It's playoff level hockey in July.
No, it's. I mean, they're all fighting for a spot, right? So
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. When did you make the decision that you were going to go up to Nashville for the draft?
Oh, we knew we were going.
You knew you were going. There wasn't a question.
No, we knew we were going. Like it was a whole year thing, whole year planned.
Yeah.
So regardless of what the outcome was, we were going. Like,
so
we had no expectations going up. Like we did not know where I was going to go. Like we had an idea. We knew where I was ranked, but we didn't. Like in kind of those mid rounds. but like we didn't think slipping through would be a possibility. We thought it could happen, but it wasn't like a big possibility. And so we kind of took a risk and went up, and it was close, but it happened. So
what an interesting like wave of emotions, going from maybe a little sad, pissed off to just the most exciting time of your life. Like I couldn't imagine that level of excitement on the flip of a switch.
It was like, I don't think I've like ever been that bipolar in my life. Like that was like, I was like so angry, like kind of the whole last round, like the whole 7th round. I was pissed off because like I was like, there's like I told my dad, I was like, I got a bad feeling about this. Like I'm not, like this isn't good.
That's not good.
And my stomach was turning, and I was like so angry. Like I like wanted to storm out of there. Like yeah, but I like at the same time like I'm not gonna call it quits. It hasn't ended. And then kind of towards the end, like we didn't think it was a possibility. 3 picks left, and we didn't think it was a possibility. And I was like, okay, like are we just gonna leave right after? And then my agent's like, he's like, well, Chris Drake, like Detroit, they want to meet you after, and they're gonna give you a camp. And I was like, okay, like that's nice. It's tough, right? But that's great to hear. And then like the guy was kind of on like the stairs ready to come up, because I was pretty close to the stage. The guy was like on the stairs ready to come up. Like last day it's called. I just got called. Guy just walked away. Like, I'm like, what just happened? Like I couldn't believe it. Like I kind of still can't. Like the fact it happened. Like no, it was ridiculous. I mean, 1 pick left. Like how does that happen?
Dude, tell the story. Cool. So we had graphics going for all the Nova Scotians getting drafted.
Yeah.
So Dudes was at home making them. So Dudes, you tell.
Yeah, so it might even be kind of my fault now that I think about it. I may have jinxed you, but I always, like, I just have them pre-made and like on Twitter and stuff, and you just put in congratulations and then you leave the name blank. And obviously I had my eyes on you. You're the Nova Scotian that got taken, right? Mm-hmm. Like the other guys, New Brunswick, stuff like that. That's fine. But I watched the whole draft, man, every pick. Like legit every pick. I watched every trade come through, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, man, he's got to get taken. I knew where you were ranked. Yeah. And obviously I'm rooting for you, right? It's Nova Scotia, it's big. Yeah. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, okay, this guy gets taken. And I'm like, okay, get rid of his graphic. Boom, put Peddles back in. Get ready to go. And I'm like, man, it's going. We get down to the last pick, and I'm like, well, I guess he's probably not getting taken. So I'm like, I'm pissed off, right? I'm pissed off. I watched the whole draft, right there, like not as pissed off as you, of course, but I watched the whole draft to get to your pick. Yeah. And this is a little bit into my personal life now. And I got up and I was like, last pick, Vegas. I was like, whatever, I'll go use the washroom now. Because I held it the whole time, dude. I'm just waiting. And then I get in there, I come back out, I check on it, and it's like Vegas trades their pick to Columbus, and they take Tyler Peddle. And I'm like, of course, as soon as I leave, he gets taken. I get everybody else's within seconds. But then I looked at it, I'm going, well, maybe I shouldn't have watched the draft. He might have went like third round or something like that. Yeah, but hey, at the end of the day, you got taken. Oh, yeah. I was super proud to watch it, and I didn't know you until today. So congratulations from me, I guess, and sorry I jinxed you for so long.
No. I really appreciate
you. Man, congrats. There's rumors about you in that crowd that even up until the guy that got drafted right before you were clapping for everyone.
Yeah, it was.
It's a great look.
That's the one thing I heard too, was that one of the factors for them trading for your pick was they kind of they watch, right? They look for character and they look for your body language and stuff, and you learn that from these camps too. But they kept saying, you know, like he was clapping, he was happy, he never showed any like frustration or anything like that. And then they were like, we like this kid, man. He's been here the whole time. He's suited up. He's got his family and friends. Yeah. And so they went and traded the pick. And it's like, you know, you just never know, right? Now you're in.
Well, I had a good relationship with Columbus earlier. Like I met with them a lot throughout the year. So like I had a feeling like, if one team was going to take me, it would be Columbus, and I just wasn't sure where. And then when I seen the trade, like, honestly, I wasn't paying attention. When the trade happened, I was not paying. Like, I was zoned out. I was like, last pick. Like, I just heard trade. There was like 8 seconds left. And I didn't even hear my name. I just heard Drumville, and then like my dad like basically put me in a chokehold. I was like, that might be me. Like, I might just that might be me. So stood up and just walk down.
What a great way to go about it though. Like a positive attitude.
Story.
Like,
it's a good story.
Well, that's the thing. Like Hollywood's gonna call one day. Like you have the setup right now of a foundation of a great story. Yeah, that's basically what you have right now, and it's up to you whether or not you make it a dream come true. But it's just it's a great story so far, and it's not fully written yet. But
it's just
it's a great foundation for sure.
Yeah, it was crazy. There's no other way to put it.
Doesn't matter where you go, man. You gotta get your foot in the door, right? Guys like Datsuk, stuff like that. I mean, come on.
The draft's one day. Like, when the day's over, everyone's same spot.
That's a good point.
What was your experience like at your first pro training camp?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was so like getting there. Like it was still kind of a blur. Like I was still kind of in like shock and stuff. Like because it was the day after.
Oh, you fly right there the next day?
Yeah. And
charter?
What?
Private?
No.
I had to ask.
I wish.
Right out of Antigonish Airport.
No, it was so awesome. Like getting to see all the facilities and getting to speak to like the management and guys like Rick Nash. It was pretty cool. Like it was something to remember for sure. So, and getting to meet all the guys. Like I have a couple buddies that I know like beforehand, but like kind of getting to meet the other guys, the other cute guys like Dume and Malatesta. Like they're good guys, and it was nice getting to skate with them and have some competition. So I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was it was good. So, but the only kind of thing about it is I didn't have any gear.
What?
I didn't have any gear. So
why not?
I don't know.
You didn't bring it to Nashville with you?
No, I brought my skates. Like it's because like the guy, like one of the head scouts told me like you only need your skates. Like my agent told me you only need your skates. Like just like to bring your skates. Like you'll ship your gear up when it happens. So that was the plan. We were gonna ship my gear up as soon as it happens. And there were also teams that had kind of a dev camp that was not right after where I had time to go home. So if it was one of those teams, I would have went home, and if it was someone like Columbus, I was going to ship my gear up. The only problem was it was between that like kind of July 4th like area, so I could not get it up till Wednesday, and the camp was over.
No one works in America on July 4th?
I don't know. They just said they couldn't get it up till at least Wednesday, July 5th.
And the camp, when did the camp start?
You're like, that's
Camp was done July 5th.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, like I'm going to have to use all new gear. Like that is brutal. I had skates, and that was it. Like it was tough. Like, so we had to make a little compromise. Like I got some older gear. Like they were like giving me a bit of new gear, and then I was like, oh, like if you have any like kind of older gear, like used gear, like by any chance like that, I could use that too, just so you don't have to give me the new stuff. And they did. It was really old, but I got through it. It was like, it wasn't that bad. Like it's like knee pads and stuff. Like the only thing that I found was a struggle for me was stick. Like I'm a big stick guy, so I was using a completely different brand for a bit for the first skate, and I texted my dad after. I was like I can't, like this is like so different to the stick I use, and it felt so, like it was a Bauer. I use CCM, and there's different flex, different curve, everything. So I use a trigger, but I got an FD5 kind of shipped up, like not shipped up, but I got like my agent like got someone to buy it for me.
Nice.
So that was good. I mean, like once I had the stick, like everything felt like kind of fine. The gear wasn't the bad part. It was just kind of like getting used to it.
I never even thought about that training camp right after having your own gear.
But at the same time, like it just at the time I didn't feel like the same player. Like there were times I felt good about the camp, but at the same I felt like I could have did more just like if I was in my right gear and stuff, like just kind of comfortable with what I was wearing. Right?
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
You got to keep the gear too. I saw you skating with it.
Yeah, I get to keep the helmets,
nice.
Gloves, and pants. No, they're cool. I love their colors too.
Yeah.
They have really nice colors. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's how we figured out who you were. Was the gear. The little sticker on the back of the helmet is that's obviously a dead giveaway. It's a Columbus thing, and then I went Antigonish, and it's gotcha. Makes sense, right?
Yeah. Who's the other guy out there with you?
It's my buddy Tully Grant.
Okay, I thought it was Woody. I was like, that's not Woody, is it?
Woody, no.
I was like, Woody would have said hi.
Woody's a righty. He's a lefty. So
There you go.
They both are with Cortex. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, Tully, he's going to Moosehead's camp here back whenever they start, like kind of around the same time I go to Drumville. So that'll be pretty cool for him.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I was watching the Leafs training camp, and some guy got laid out.
Oh my gosh, I seen that.
And I thought these training camps that you went to, like the rookie training camps, were more like, if you look at Chicago social media, they just had a great time. They didn't even skate. They just went out and had a great time, ate ice cream, ate food, deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
And then I saw Toronto, the guy get laid out.
Dream, like
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the mentality like at these camps, or at least
you want to prove something.
What do you want to prove? So
I feel like you just want to prove the player you are and what you can do. I think
the player or the person or both.
Both.
Okay.
Both. I think it's how you carry yourself, but at the same time, it's kind of prove like that you deserve to be there and that you could fit in. I think that's what guys want to do, and that's it's like a step towards training camp where you want to be at some place and you want to show them. Towards like training and stuff in the summer that you can take that jump to during training camp and be better than you were before physically and on the ice and all that stuff. And I feel like guys are just trying to prove a point. So I guess I'm not really sure what the hit was about, but it's like, what can you do? Like before our game, one of the guys said, don't go out and kill each other. So obviously no goon hits out there, but that obviously wasn't the memo in Toronto. So I feel bad because I seen stuff and he was getting like ripped. Like the comments getting ripped, and this guy was probably just told, go out and play your game. And that probably is his game. So I don't feel like it was a clean hit, no?
Keep your head up.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't slow it down. I don't know. It seemed like the guy that hit him was tall and the guy that got hit was short. Well, so it looked like an elbow. It looked like an elbow.
But at the same time, you can't rip the kid because he's doing what he was told. Like he's told to play. Like if that's how he plays, that's how he plays. You can't discard him for that. So
I'm not discarding.
If I can interject here for 1 second, from the outside looking in, it's because I read the comments. I'm a Leafs fan, but Columbus fan now. You look at it and you got to think, there's guys there that are drafted, there's guys that are top prospects, and then there's guys there that just got their sniff through an invite.
Exactly.
Right? So if you're out there and you're not a guy that's on the top list, the top 3, top prospect, and you got an opportunity to showcase something, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
You're not going to not play your game, right? And we all know this, fellas, as hockey players, you're wired, right? As soon as you get on that ice in between those boards, you're wired to play a certain way.
Yeah.
If you get an opportunity to lay a guy out with his head down, maybe tell the guy not to have his head down. That's what I got from it. I know there was a bunch of older NHL players that played in that era of 40 seconds after the pass you can hit and stuff like that. And that's what they said, keep your head up. But I didn't know on the outside looking in that you weren't hitting and stuff in camp. But if you're a guy out there just trying to make a name for yourself, period, just get in the back door, I think it's a good play.
I agree, 100%. Like he was an invite, I heard. And he just trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
It's almost like a meeting before the camp starts is crucial. Just so everyone's in the same room.
Yeah.
Without media, just the coach or whoever's running the camp. Like, all right, boys, here's the mentality here.
Yeah.
It's almost like that meeting's crucial.
Like people could look at it as a bad hit, but it's the kid playing his game. So
I think the biggest thing was that he laid on the ice. Like no one really ever says too much about it.
Away,
that's right.
I know what you mean.
Exactly. So I don't know. That's a good hit.
What's the play? What do you weigh? You're big.
I think right now I'm like kind of 205, 206.
Is that where you want to be?
My playing weight's kind of 200, but summertime I'm trying to build some mass, and then cut the rest before summertime or before the season starts. So
what are things you're working on to improve your game right now?
Kind of everything, but like big things, like kind of skill sets. Like I'm kind of working on different ways to be deceptive and shooting pucks. I feel like I have a good shot, but if I can kind of find other ways to hide it, it'd work well. And then just kind of my explosiveness, like just kind of like my first couple strides, that's a big thing I want to work on. Just kind of, it'll help me just kind of with my size and how I can kind of get around the defenders. And I think just kind of little things, like little habits, like keeping your stick on the ice and being aware of who's around you. It's hard to work on, like kind of not the stick on the ice, but kind of like awareness, like just in summer skates. So it's nice when we get a decent sized group out and we do a game like situation. That's something good to work on. So, and I feel like even throughout the year, like my coach has helped me a lot with that, like just kind of like being aware of who's around me. So
yeah, just
kind of little things, and then kind of just stuff like my shot, my skill set. So basically everything. basically everything to make me
long
better,
story short,
better
everything.
at everything.
Basically, I'm not satisfied.
I'll never be satisfied. No.
I like how you said shot though. Shot deception is great.
Yeah.
Like you look at Bedard, like that's like his number 2 asset behind moving out on the ice. He's so deceptive with his shot.
I agree.
He gets it off so quick. I always think that these guys have like 65 flex on their stick because they're able just to get it basically by their foot and just.
Well, I use a 75.
75. There you go. Like that's a ridiculous flex. That's so whippy.
Yeah. Well, I like whippy. I feel like that's a big thing, like just with shot deception, because I feel like I have a hard shot. It's just kind of, if I place it in the right spot and hide it well enough, it could really like dupe out the goalies. So
yeah, whippy.
Yeah, and when you're not paying for the sticks, you lean into them a little extra.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
If your old man's not dishing out $400 or $500 every time you
100%.
break a stick, right? 100%. And here's the other thing:
there's no stress now. Like when I was younger, I broke a stick, like I'd be sweating. Like if I broke a stick, I'd just go throw it out and go get another one.
That's right. It's like Dad's gonna kill me.
Now it's like my equipment manager's gonna kill me. Like the same thing. He actually doesn't like when you break sticks. So no. It's a fine. If you do it on purpose, it's a huge fine, and he'll rip into you. If it's an accident, he won't care. But
we used to do it all the time in juniors. Like, step on my skate on this draw here right quick, and then just go shoot and it snaps. We used to do it all the time.
Well, there's still guys like my buddies, like just kind of teammates in Drummondville. Like, if their stick's kind of like just like they're not feeling it, they're like, come here, battle with me in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Break my stick. Like, make sure Corm's
looks good.
Make sure Corm's my equipment manager. Make sure he's not watching. So I'm like, oh my gosh, man! If he catches us, like, that's a fine for both of us. Like, yeah. So I don't know. It's pretty risky.
What are the changes right now in the queue? I heard there's a new team coming.
What?
Isn't like the junior A team that's gone? There's a new team going there. I heard.
No, it's the Bridgewater junior A team went to like Booktush, I think, is whatever.
There was a team up in Quebec that was like junior A that was getting pushed to. Maybe I shouldn't say that to start a rumor.
Yeah,
I heard a couple things.
Well, we did hear some rumblings.
Maybe that's not public knowledge. Maybe I'll keep that to myself.
Edmundston, I thought it was the team because they're basically a Q team, man. Like
Edmundston,
they have a plane and like yeah, that's what we're hearing. Of course, we don't. It's been a while since we played, but and they have a big rink and stuff too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not breaking news, just so everybody knows.
I haven't heard about that. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Favorite team, favorite rink other than the Metro Center to play at
Favorite
in the
rink?
queue and your own rink.
Besides my rink, I would say Moncton or Gatineau. I love playing in Gatineau.
New rink.
That rink is so sick. It is so sick. And then like maybe like a rink like Sherbrooke.
Oh yeah.
I think I didn't like it earlier on, but I think as I got used to it, because I played it so much, I got used to it. Like, I feel like the boards are really like tough, so if you get hit, like you're gonna break a rib.
It's like that rink over there.
It's it's Sherbrooke. Like, it's a nice rink, smaller rink in Gatineau. Gatineau's so nice, their rink. It's so sick.
Is it a perfect size?
Yeah, it's like got just kind of the one bowl.
Yeah.
So it's
like Moncton.
Yeah,
Moncton's got the one bowl.
Yeah, Moncton's is sick too. Like they're both kind of my favorite rinks to play in. I feel like Moncton, the only thing with it is really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bigger the rink, hotter the rink.
Yeah.
The newer the rink.
Yeah, Quebec's pretty cool too, but Quebec's an NHL rink. Like, you can't really. It's pretty original to say Quebec's your favorite rink to play in. Like, it's an NHL rink. Yeah. So
there's no feel, I heard, in that rink. It's like big, but there's no like atmosphere.
Well, there isn't, but there is. Like, when there's playoffs roll around, oh my gosh, like that place is crazy. Like, I think they had almost 20,000 in the finals, which I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
against the Mooseheads.
Yeah. No, that'd be they're crazy. Like,
do you still feel like a kid when you still are a kid, but going to play at the Metro Center? Is that still like really special to you?
Like, it gets me kind of like antsy, like playing. I love playing in that rink, like, so much. Yeah, it's like I find it's a tough atmosphere sometimes. Like, the fans can be like chirping and stuff, but I love that. I love that stuff. So it's getting into it with the fans is funny.
Yeah,
so it's pretty funny, and then you get yelled at by the coach a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, well, you're the coach. Selvan, he's your coach now.
Yeah. Honestly,
that's funny.
I'm excited. That could be good for us. We need it.
Have you had a conversation with him yet?
Well, I know him a bit. Like, I've talked to him before. I mean, he was my coach at the Helinka camp in Calgary, and also I just I've had a couple conversations out when Halifax kind of was in town and stuff after the game. So we get along well. So I'm excited to see how that rolls out.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
it's nice to have a vet coach too that just got back from the finals, knows how to win.
Exactly, knows how to win. That's what we need. I feel like this year we're gonna have we're gonna be very talented, and I think we have guys who are kind of getting more and more experience in the playoffs and stuff. As we went farther this year, when we beat Victo, I mean, no one expected that. They were 5th in the league, and we were like low. Yeah, they were high. So I think we have a good group. So I'm excited to see how that rolls out. We just we need to push each other. That's the most important thing. So
who are some other teams that are going to be top of the queue this year?
Rouen, they're loading up. Rouen and Halifax will be good again. And I'm trying to think here. Victo will be really good. Victoriaville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll be good. They're not losing that much, so they'll be really good again, which sucks because. With us and Victo, it's a rivalry. Every game's a battle. So,
nice.
And even after the playoffs, I already know it's going to be a bloodbath most games. So that'll be something.
That's good stuff. I love it.
It gets me going. Like, it's pretty sweet.
I miss hockey. Me and him have this conversation. We're literally streaming 2 games tonight, but like. Just coming home after a long day and watching a hockey game is the best feeling in the world. Yeah, it's just like I understand this. Yeah. I can watch this and know what's going on.
Exactly.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you write goals down at the beginning of the year? I never did this when I played, but I heard it's effective sometimes for players in this new era, that writing goals down of things you want to accomplish throughout the year can help.
I haven't the last couple of years in the cube, but it'd be something I'd think about. Like it's I know like goals I have going into the year, personal goals and team goals, and it's like it would be something I'd think about writing down, but I have them locked in my brain always. So
yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Figuring it out.
Figure it out
as you go.
Yeah.
When do you head back to Drummondville?
So rookie camp is I think it's like kind of mid-August, like May 15th or 16th. That's when it usually was. And then like the vets go in, I think 18th or 19th.
Do you just drive up?
Yeah, I'll probably go up early though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I want to see. I'll probably just go up early, see if I can get on the ice at all, and not too early, like during rookie camp. Like see if there's any spare ice after, and just see the rookies and stuff. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna have for rookies this year. We barely drafted any.
Really?
Yeah, like we drafted. Our first pick was in I think we traded our first pick. That was in the first round. I don't know. I think it was fourth round, our first pick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But we'll be an old team this year. So.
Do you pick Woody up on the way, or do you guys take separate cars?
Oh no, we take separate cars. Yeah.
He's got his own whip up there.
Yeah, always got his own whip. Yeah.
Does he? Why do you say it like that?
He's rolling with the Mazda 3. Yeah, that thing. I don't know if that thing could drive anymore, honestly. So I'm not gonna lie. Even mornings when we were living together when I was 16, like drive to the rink in the winter, like. Oh my God! I have to
barely
wear
made it.
I'd wear 10 coats, like no AC, like it's like scuffing under. It's like sometimes it's not starting up. Like there'd be texts like in the group chat, like boys, I'll be a bit late. Like it's just not working. Like,
no.
He's getting picked up. Yeah, no.
He's got to get rid of that thing.
He loves it. He actually loves it. So I don't know. Yeah.
What are you whipping up there?
I have a Kia Forte.
Okay, that gets you there.
Yeah,
he's a big Kia Forte
guy.
That's
nice
right,
whip.
baby. Fuel
It's a nice
efficient.
whip. Yeah, I like it. No, it's been rocking well for me.
Are the winters bad up there in Drummondville? You guys get like bad storms?
Sometimes. I mean, they're not too bad. I mean, it's kind of like anywhere. Like they're not bad. I mean, but when sometimes the ice is like really like not the ice. The roads are really icy.
Oh yeah,
it's something that's pretty bad. Like especially in like kind of the neighborhood where I would live in. Like you're just sliding around everywhere. Everyone's all over the road. There's no lines on the road anymore. It's just fend for yourself. So.
But not the Mazda 3.
The Mazda 3's going fast down that road. Yeah.
Do you and Woody bill it together?
We did.
Oh, you did? Who are you with this year? Do you know?
I'm not sure this year. I got to figure that out. But I live with my mom. I got to figure. It's gotten close, but I got to figure that out. I live with my mom. We had an apartment.
Oh yeah.
Last year, because my brother he left for Bishop Curry Selects his first year U15s.
That's right.
So it was decently close, and she would take trips up there. So
that's pretty sick.
It was best of both worlds for us, and it's nice having homemade cooking every night. So
100%.
Can't complain.
That's the hardest thing leaving is not having the home cooked meal. So to have and
exactly.
that dead serious, that helps.
No, it does. It's
100%.
So good.
Mama's
good.
cooking is the
Pre-game
best.
meals, everything. Yeah, awesome.
Summer too. Oh, sorry. You go.
No.
Summer training too, like nutrition. You got to if you're lifting weights, it's pointless if you're not eating correctly.
No, I agree. They're on me about that.
Are they?
That's a big thing.
Who's they?
Well, my parents.
Are they?
They want me eating right, and that's pretty important to me too. Like I want to be eating right, because what's the point in just dying in the gym if you're just gonna go shove your mouth with food right after, like the wrong food at least. Like I eat a lot, but I try to eat like the right stuff. So
it's tough leaving the rink probably when McDonald's is right there.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard.
Isn't it?
It's
like
so
literally
hard.
the exit out of the rink is McDonald's.
It's so hard. Like there's mornings, like I swear, my last workout, no, not my last, like 2 workouts ago, I just I was out in the turf. It just smelled like bacon and eggs. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's us eating it at meal hall.
I must have been like it. I was like, oh my, like we were about to like do like wind sprints and stuff, and I'm with a couple guys. I'm like, do you smell that? I'm like, what? I'm like, it's bacon and eggs. Like, I'm so hungry. My stomach's like turning. It hurts so bad. Like start of the workout. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Come join us, man. Tomorrow, 8 a.m. Bacon and it's so good.
No way. Tomorrow might be the only day I get to sleep in.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's Saturday.
Yeah, tomorrow might be the only day I get to
So you're a Monday to Friday guy?
Yeah, Monday to Friday, sometimes Sunday, never Saturdays. Need one off day at least.
So what's a Saturday look like right now for Tyler Peddle in terms of enjoying life?
I'll just be with my buddies.
Yeah.
Whether it's on the lake or at the beach or Just kind of, I have a couple buddies in Pictou too. Like sometimes I go up to there. It just depends what's going on.
Yeah.
I think whether we can get something going or not, that's a big thing. I don't like being bored on Saturdays. That's all. Like I don't like kind of hanging at home the whole day. That's I'll go do something regardless of what the situation is. But even like I'm not a big golfer.
No.
Like it's not that I don't like it. I'm just bad.
Not yet, anyways.
And like the most golfing I've done this summer is just smashing balls off the cliff at my cottage into the ocean. And I can hit it pretty well. It's just if I did it on a golf course, I'd probably hit a car because I slice it that bad. Like,
you're not alone.
Dude, don't start. I wouldn't. If I could, someone give me that advice, just don't. Just do whatever you're doing. It seems to be working. Don't pick up golf. It'll be all right.
And golfing's for when you're out of the playoffs, right? So like it's better that you don't golf now, right? So
Antigonish does have a nice golf course,
They
though.
do,
We played there for the first
Yeah.
time the other day.
Yeah.
It is nice.
It
The
is.
people were nice too.
Oh yeah, great people here.
Yeah, agreed.
No one's rude here.
We were at the McDonald's drive-thru yesterday, and there were some kids. You could tell they're just bored, and they're just on their bikes, just trying to make. They're because the drive-thru's only open. You can only do the drive-thru past like 10 o'clock. So these kids are on their bike in the drive-thru.
Mm-hmm.
They're just causing a ruckus. Police there, and you're just like, man, that was us. They're just kids who are bored, trying to get some attention.
Everyone's done that. I mean, like there's been nights where like in Drumville where we just go grab McDonald's at like 1 a.m. Like walk through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
And just say, you got anything left in there? Just pass us 10 nuggets.
I was like, oh my God, that's Tyler Peddle.
Do you have to pay for this? No, there's nothing else left. All right, just walk away with free 10 nuggets. Just have yourself a night.
That's the way it goes.
They're still kids too, right? So
Do you guys have the rule like no tracksuits if you guys are going out? Or you guys are just known up there?
It's kind of just a written rule in the room. Like,
Yeah.
don't wear your tracksuit.
Don't wear the
like,
tracksuit.
Anything team.
Everyone knows that. I feel like if anyone's gonna do it, it'd be like a rookie on our team or something. But
Just a rookie
they don't
move.
really go out that much. So it'd just be kind of like, just wear whatever, but don't wear any logos. But it's not like no one's gonna rip you for it. You're probably gonna fine, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It's like it's just an unwritten rule. Like you don't need to. It doesn't look good either. Like just wear your normal clothes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I might have skipped over this question, but are you going to the main camp this year?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, we start with training camp, rookie camp, and then they'll keep you if they wanted to keep you. That if they feel like you're ready for it.
Okay, cool.
So that's the plan. That's what I'm going to push for.
When do you find out if you're going or not?
Right after rookie camp, it's either you get sent back to your club team or they keep you going.
In Columbus.
Yeah.
Really? Right after they just
Like,
so when's
as soon
rookie?
as
So
rookie
when's rookie camp?
It's September 12th, I think.
Man, that's late. No.
Yeah, it
Where
is.
is that?
Yeah, we're already going in Drumville during that. Like,
So you're gonna miss regular season games, maybe.
maybe not any regular season. Well, it depends how far I go. Yeah, I could. It just
Hopefully.
depends. Honestly, like, hopefully I miss the first couple, like just in a good way, just because I'm there for a while. But at the same time, like if I go back early, then I won't miss anything. No, just a couple exhibition games, I'd say.
At this stage of the game, you're just looking for experience. So the longer you're there, the better.
Exactly, yeah. And I think it'll be pretty cool. Even a main camp, like if you make it to it, like just kind of get into practice with like those older veterans.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Get some stuff to learn from them. And
I remember who was it? I knew a guy, maybe it was Liam O'Brien actually in Washington. I remember talking to him like a year after his first ever training camp, and he made the team that first year.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember him talking about the things that he learned in terms of like how to pack for traveling, how to dress, how to like treat the people that are holding the door open for you at the rink, how to like prepare for a game 3 hours before. He said it wasn't even on ice stuff. He just said you learn more about off-ice life in the NHL during those camps you're talking about. Because when you're around those guys that have been in the league for like 7-10 years, you're just like, whoa, so that's how you do that. It's just apparently there's just like an incredible amount of knowledge that comes your way, just like mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah, no, it's like that. It'd be pretty cool just kind of getting to meet them all and get some like experience with them. So
100%. And there's guys coming into the rookie camp at the Q looking at you, you know?
Exactly. I mean, exactly.
It's all
like, the older
knowledge.
players on the team, that's how it is. It's that's why you got to be like good to the rookies. Like you can't they were good. The vets were good to me when I was a rookie. It's the same thing. Gotta be good to the rookies. Like they're you can't push them around too much. I mean, it's always fun to joke around with them, but like when it comes to an extent, like you got to look out for them too. Like it's like certain rookies, like you should like sticking up for the younger players of the teams, like a younger brother. Same thing. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
So
how much time are we at?
44 minutes.
Jesus. How did the Barstool guys approach you about that article? Did they get a quote from you?
Yeah, I think so. I don't honestly, I don't really remember. I think I did a lot of interviews that like the second day. So yeah, like.
So what? You're just like in a media scrum and you don't really know who's like.
Do you remember what the quote was?
I don't know if it was a quote, but was
it something like?
It was just like Tyler Peddle stayed to the last draft, the last pick overall, and like stuck it out.
Yeah.
And I saw Barstool put it out, and I was like, "Holy shit! This like picked up steam quick."
Yeah, I don't think I gave him a quote. No, like
No?
I think maybe just what I said.
Not
Maybe they
not directly.
quoted the
Quoted
quote.
what I've said.
Yeah.
in the post draft interviews.
So how does it work? As soon as you're drafted, take me through what happens as
Yes.
soon as you get drafted.
So you go down, get your jersey, you meet everyone around the table, and then you walk straight to the media. And the media's just hounding you with questions. And I mean, I was getting pretty hounded, like being a last pick. So it was like they were all over me about that. And then after you go up and they take you kind of to the suite room where you get to kind of mingle with everyone and your family there, you see your family. So it was pretty cool. And you get kind of an overview of the draft. No one else was after me, so I didn't get to see anything. But it's like, it was cool looking down, like them moving everything out, like everyone gone. Like I was like, yeah, like even when I got called down, like all the teams were standing, and I'm like, I'll remember that. Like
That's unreal.
I when they called on me, all the teams were packing up like as I was walking down, and that's something you're not gonna forget. Like,
100%.
it just doesn't feel great. So it's like, and that fact that Columbus team was sitting there waiting for me, like, and they made that trade because they wanted me. It felt good. It felt valued. So
I just got chills a little bit from that.
That was well said. That was well said. I like that.
Yeah.
If there was ever a time to drop the mic, it was after that. But we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, no, maybe no mic drop yet.
Hornquist went last.
Yeah. Oh, anything can happen.
Anything.
I'm excited. I'm excited to show them what I can do in the next couple of years here.
Do you feel a little, I don't know, pissed off?
No. Oh, yes, but no.
Okay.
Yes, I'm like, you know what I was saying, watching all those teams, like before the pick was even called, packing it in, standing up, like getting ready to leave, like that kind of pissed me off. Like as I was walking down, like, and I seen everyone was walking out, basically, I was like, that it just doesn't, like, it's like, why? Like, there's still one pick left, and I feel like that's something I'm gonna hold, and I feel like it's gonna be a good story, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. So the fact that much happened, there was a trade, last pick, basically 0 on the clock, and I called. I feel like that's happened for a reason. So something's gonna be made out of it. Another mic drop.
I like that. You're on that last set, the rep. You're just thinking about the draft.
Exactly.
I just felt bad just for now after you said that because I didn't pack up, but I did leave.
No.
When you said that, I was like, oh no.
Thank God you went to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's true.
Honestly.
Yeah, he has you to thank.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
Columbus should be DMing you saying thank you, Matthew. Thank you.
Oh man, that's funny.
And you got like I remember we were talking about this yesterday. You're like, it's great. I'm happy I got drafted, but there's so many other guys that didn't get drafted. Like those are the guys who you feel for.
Exactly.
It's like that. That's the tough part.
I had buddies that didn't go, and they were sitting right next to me, and it like. You feel like you're in the same situation when it happens. You're like, I feel so bad. Like, and it's like they got camps, so it's okay. But at the same time, getting drafted is that confident. It's like you get confidence out of it. Anywhere you go, it doesn't matter. I feel like that you just get a spite of confidence from it because you know this team wants you, and you have a certain amount of time, a couple of years to prove them right. And I feel like that's pretty important.
How do you keep that positive mind frame though, like to clap for every guy?
I don't know. Honestly, I was so pissed off during certain times too, and I just felt like it's the right thing to do. I just got drafted in the NHL, like deserve a little clap, regardless I know him or not. Like, it's just how it is, I guess. Like everyone should.
Yeah,
it's NHL.
Well, it's also a maritime.
It's pro. Yeah. It's pro. You got to treat it pro. So.
I like that.
That might be the best. Man, the best quotes have been coming lately.
Yeah, man, you got some good quotes. Let me see your hand. You got things written down. How are you coming up with this stuff?
He was Googling quotes before.
He was Googling quotes. I'll say this, everyone listening to the podcast right now, we showed up 2 minutes early to the podcast. That's what is it? If you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. So that's a great pro start.
Yeah, well, I would have been earlier, but certain things at home arise. So
did you walk here?
Oh, I drove.
Oh,
that would
I thought you said you're like a 10-minute walk.
No, 10-minute drive.
Oh, 10-minute drive.
I'm out in a little neighborhood, out like kind of 10 minutes out, towards like St. Andrews. So, but I was kind of trying to get here a bit earlier, but something happened. A couple of kids knocked on my doorstep, wanted to try the draft jersey on. So.
Oh yeah, so what happened? The draft jersey showed up. I saw that you had a jersey
I brought it back with me.
Okay. So what do you mean it showed up then?
No, they showed up.
They showed up.
Oh,
Kids.
they showed up. The kids showed up. Sorry.
Kids showed up. They like just in my neighborhood, and they just wanted to try the jersey on. So I was like, no, you can't.
Go away. I got to do an interview.
Kicked them out.
Yeah, sorry, boys.
Try it on. So that was pretty cool with them, and it's pretty fun to see that.
Do you ever shoot pucks with the kids in the neighborhood?
No, but no one's asked me to.
Okay, there you go.
Now they're
They
gonna
asked me to. I'm never gonna say no. Like, just go rip some pucks. Like, maybe play some pig or something. That won't go easy, but
It won't go easy.
Like, I'm trying to get better here,
I'm
man.
trying to get better. I don't know about them, but no, they haven't. No one's asked, but they'd be pretty good. Like, if they did, I'd say yes. Like, so.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like they're part of the kids though that are kind of like scared to ask you though too, right? Like it's, you
they
don't want to
know
bother
that's
the
point.
guy, you know.
There was like 4 of them, and they were nervous to ask to put the jersey on. One kid was right bold. He's like, "Can I put the jersey on?" I was like, "Yeah."
I love those kids.
There's always one.
And then the rest were like, "Oh, can I try?" I was like, "Can I try?" I was like, "Yeah, you can try it. I'm not gonna say no. Like, don't worry."
Yeah, that's good stuff. Looking, I guess, looking forward, like now, not that you weren't a role model in the community, but now you definitely are. Do you like having that responsibility a little bit? Just being like, okay, not every move you make, but the things you say and the way you conduct yourself matters.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of how I approach everything. Though I feel like just kind of the way you approach everything and the way you kind of show yourself as a person, a player. I feel like that's what I've been doing kind of my whole life in here. So I feel like regardless if I get drafted or not, nothing really changed. I feel like some kids maybe they look up to me, and that's pretty awesome to see that. But I'm just gonna keep being the same person I am. So
good stuff.
Yeah.
Advice to that kid that is starting his 16-year-old year in the queue, and he's going to a team up in Quebec. He can't speak any French. He might not have any buddies on the team, and he's looking to make an impact as a 16-year-old. What's your advice to that kid?
Enjoy it. It's all you can do. I feel like there's things that you can't control as a 16-year-old, ice time, and if you're gonna score lots or not. Like, you just need to do what you can do, everything that's in your control, and have fun. I feel like there's times where in my 16 year where I was so like just kind of beside myself when things weren't going like the right way, and I feel like that's something that people need to adjust to. And I feel like that's a part you're missing out on. 16 should be fun. It should be a fun year being the rookie and being in your first year in the league. And I just feel like enjoying it's the best part. The rest, if you stress about it, it's never gonna come. I feel like if you just don't overthink it and just have fun, everything will work out.
You're the man, Tyler. I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you having me here.
That's good stuff.
Awesome.
There's going to be a lot of clips from this.
Yeah,
for sure. A couple quotes.
I'll be paying attention. A couple quotes.
So what is it now? It's Friday afternoon. What's the plan tonight?
I'm not sure yet.
Can't tell us.
I was going to say that's a pro answer.
That's a pro answer. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see where the night takes me. So I'll probably go see some buddies and stuff. And
Well, you can, yep.
that's about it. But it's nice to have a little break for the weekend and then get back at it Monday.
Good stuff. Yeah. Once again, I appreciate you for coming on. I really do. And I wish you the best of luck this year and moving on to whatever the hell this hockey world takes you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Good stuff. Everyone listening, thank you very much for tuning in. Once again, like I always say, this podcast goes nowhere unless you guys are listening and watching. So thank you very much. We're out. Peace.
Drive safe.